PWCC is a great way to sell your sports cards. If you're looking for a way to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, consider using the promo code CAJUN, all caps, C-A-J-U-N, when you're selling your cards on the PWCC marketplace. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana, and for the third week in a row, and this will be, I've got at least in the next 4 or 5 weekly auctions as well. I've put some cards into the PWCC Weekly Auction. I took about, I'm not exaggerating, 2-3 minutes of my time, sorted through my vault, decided I had some Jordan duplicates, some lower graded Jordan stuff that I wanted to move, and so I moved it over into the PWCC Vault. Click, 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 apply all. PWCC Weekly 115. They sold last night on March 31st. I am recording this today on April Fool's Day, April 1, 2024, and I think, let's see, I'm going to screen share you. You guys know how I do it. There's no secrets here. I sold 69 cards for $5,517 net to me. That is net to me. As always, here's the cards. You've got pictures. PWCC gives you a breakdown of every single card, when it sold, how many bids. Obviously, these are all going to say March 31st, 2024, because that's when the auction ended last Sunday night. These weekly auctions always run Thursday through Sunday. If you never sold cards on PWCC Weekly and you're sick and tired of listing these cards on eBay or sending them to a consignor and not knowing when they sell, when they get paid, waiting for your money, PWCC is a great option. Just make sure you use the promo code CAJUN, C-A-J-U-N, all capital letters, when you submit the cards. The submission process is easy. If you're worried about it or you're nervous about it, go search on my channel for how to sell cards on PWCC. I walk you through the submission process. I've done it a zillion times. You can send cards raw or graded from your house to PWCC and go straight into the weekly auction. Or if you've already got a vault, you can just click them over and move them in. You don't have to sell them all at once. You can pick and choose which weekly auction. If you've got 6 of the same card and you don't want to put 6 of the same card, same grade in the same auction, A, you're intelligent. I applaud you for knowing that that's not a good idea. And B, you can just stagger them one each week and sell them one in each auction for the next 6 weeks. These auctions always begin on Thursday. They always end 10 days later on Sunday, and they do have extended bidding. I've had astronomically fantastic results. We're going to look at maybe the first 10 or 12 that I sold last night, and let's just get cranking, and I'll show you guys how to do it. Again, if you want to support the channel, please, when you submit the cards to sell in PWCC Weekly Auction, use the promo code CAJUN, all caps, C-A-J-U-N. If you have any questions, message me. If you have any questions about buying or even just opening a vault, any of that stuff, y'all are always free to message me on Instagram. You can't miss me. I'm Cajun_cardboard, or you can just comment below this video. We'll get in touch. It's not hard to do. PWCC also has real helpful customer service, so if you have any questions, I'll put you in touch with a human being that will help you set up a free vault. But I can't stress how easy it is. It takes you like 5 minutes to set up a free vault and a free account with PWCC Marketplace. Anyway. All right, card number 1 is kind of meaningful, right? It's the only big card that I put in this auction. So of the 69 cards, one of them was a 4-figure card, and it's this bad boy right here. It's the lenticular 1996 Fleer Jordan Thrill Seekers. I netted 2,332. Check this out. View all sales. There's my sale right there. 2,640 last night. I netted 2,332. The last sale before mine was 2,340. I literally almost netted as much as the last full sale gross sales price, which, by the way, was the highest sales price over the last year until I obliterated that last night and sold one for 2,640. So as has been the trend the last couple of videos, again, I'm taking you through. You're going to see the first 12 together. I'm not going through 69 cards because honestly, some of them sold for 20 bucks. I don't give a damn what they were selling for because they were like PSA 8 collector's choice base cards and crap. So, but the cards that sort of matter at the top, we're going to go through them all. And how gorgeous is this card, by the way? I own the card in a PSA 10, so the PSA 8 needed to be sold. This is a card that's clearly running, right? So starting in August, you can see it's moving up, and I hit the 2,640 That is definitely not the most over the last 2 years, but you can only control so much, right? Of course, this card, like many others, ran way, way, way high 2 years ago. The next, metallized, not an insert. I know people think it's an insert. It's not. It's 1996 metallized card number 128. It is a subset card, and the reason it's metal, we call it metallized, is because down here at the bottom of the card it says metallized. So here it is. This doesn't have my PWCC sale in here. For some reason, sometimes Card Ladder doesn't pick up the PWCC weekly sales right away, and so there's a delay. So you'll see, here's your graph, right? And it looks like, hey, there's only been 2 sales, boom, boom. You look at them. They're both on eBay. This is not mine. So the last 2 sales on eBay were 407 and 428. And those were way back in 2013. So what did mine sell for? Because it's not 428. Here's my sale. Oh, guess what? It's 456. So higher than the last 2 sales, the highest sale in the last year. That's my sale right there. I netted $395 on that one. And again, this column here is the hammer, which is the final bid price. You add a 20% buyer's premium onto that the buyer pays, right? And so buyers just factor that in. People bitch about buyer's premiums all the time. Like, I'm not paying an extra 20%. Well, genius, just bid 20% less, and then when you add the 20% on, you're bidding at comp. So it just takes some simple math from the buyer, but as the seller, you get a percentage of the 20% buyer's premium, as you can see, on top of the full hammer price. And so this final bid was $2,200, which means the final sales price was, what did we say, $2,640, and you can see that my take on the $2,640 is $2,332, which is freaking awesome. It's better than I would have done on eBay. And by the way, I don't have to ship it, package it, send it, wait for the payment, and hope they pay, go get returns and all that crap. I'm not messing with all that stuff. Next on the list is a really cool card. I had 2 PSA 10s of this, and so same thing with the metallized. I'm not getting out of the metallized. I had 2 PSA 10s, so I had 2 PSA 10s of this 1996 Hoops head-to-head Jordan and Pippen. One of the few times you can get these guys together in the same place. I netted $260, but what did it sell for? There is my sale right there for $300. The last sale before that was $100. The last sale before that was $167, $229, $216, $152. That's pretty freaking good. That is a pretty damn good result. And again, gorgeous, gorgeous card. I did have 2 of them. Why not cash out on one of them while the getting's good on the PWCC Weekly Auction? And so that's what I did. Date sold. You can see 300, 100, 167, 229 blew the old sales out of the water. I netted $260, which is more than double the gross sale of the last one. Next, we got the scoring magnets, PSA 8. I do have the 10. I had the 9.5, bought the 10, sold the 9.5 in a prior PWCC Weekly and crushed it, and then decided let's move out of the PSA 8 as well. I've decided to liquidate those lower grade things, so I've got the 10. Here's the scoring magnets 8. My net was 203. Where is the scoring magnets? There it is. Here's my sale right there, 234. The sales before were 2 weeks ago on eBay, 212. 2 weeks ago exactly on PWCC Weekly, 222. Before that, 279. Before that, 234. Before that, 268. Before that, 203. Before that, 255. Notice anything? 235 is a pretty damn good sale. Here's what the chart looks like. 234 right there. Again, it did hit 338. I can't control that. That's a hell of a sale right there. But if you look at the last 10 sales over the last 3 months, this was a little bit better than average. 247. Oh, actually, maybe it's a little bit below average. So average is 247. And again, this big 338 is going to skew that big time. But the low is 203, 234. Maybe hitting a single on that one. Maybe that sale wasn't so great, but it was exactly what I would have expected the card to sell for if I'd have listed it on eBay or anywhere else, and I did none of the work. Ultra Power in the Key, PSA 8. There's a million of these out there. This is not a rare card. There we go. Here is my sale right here. So this is a weird one, right? So 2 sales on PWCC for 216. I don't know. I wonder if it's the same card. I'm not going to click into it. It could have been mine. But 216 was the sale. This is what the chart looks like. This is a card that's trending in a great direction. By the way, 702, like I said, not rare. Here we are right here, 216. That's a $4 above the last one. It's below this one, but that would be the, third, fourth highest of the last 18 sales over the last 90 days. So great result, in my opinion, on that card there. Again, that's a card where it's impossible to take a picture. Speaking of taking pictures, This is a great looking copy of the Slick Silver. So this is the Slick Silver. I had a PSA 8. Clearly there's no yellowing. It's a beautiful, beautiful picture of the card. And let me show you why that picture matters and why PWCC deserves a little bit of credit for this. I've been there. I've visited the vault. I know this sounds like a promo. I'm just telling you, I've walked through there. They've showed me the process of how they take pictures. They take like hundreds of pictures at a time. It goes like through like hundreds of cards at a time, and they take these amazing high def images. And so this is a good example of a great picture, and let me show you what I mean. And so my Slick Silver last night on PWCC Weekly, there's the picture Card Ladder used, not even in the same category. Look at my picture here, look at Card Ladder picture here. Not even close. It's terrible. And it's not Card Ladder's fault. They're just ripping pictures. But look, you can even see it right here, right? So my PSA 8 sold last night on PWCC for $156. The same card sold on eBay the same night, last night, for $98. That's more than 50% difference. The last one before that, $135, $130, $139. Let's look at the chart. 156 is pretty good. That's not it. Again, Card Ladder averages. And so mine sold for 156, but since another card sold that night, they take 156 plus 98, they divide it, and that's where you get the 127. So the graph's going to be a little misleading. 156 is higher than anything on this screen. So my card is somewhere up here by the sales number. 156, 15 sales in the last 90 days. 156 is the highest sale in the last 90 days. Next, we got a 95 Scoring Kings, not the hot packs, all right? The hot packs is actually easier. This is the non-hot packs, PSA 8, and this one, I've got it pulled up here. The highest price ever paid, this is obviously from 2021 where somebody was on crack cocaine or some kind of narcotics. They paid $830 for this card. Well, we know that's absurd. Here's mine, the second highest price ever paid, and I'm going to throw out the $830. Even in 2021, that cannot possibly be correct. So my sale here is pretty damn near the record. It is the record because I've got this sorted by price. So 150, the last one in 2023, 149, 149, 139, 129, 127, 112. These are all below, right? If we go by date sold here, there's my 150. After that, 139, 127, 129, 92, 108, 110, 109. I'm loving it. That is exactly what I needed to get. I netted 130. That's more than most of the gross sales prices of the other ones on eBay. 95 Ultra Gold Medallion, the original gold medallion. This is a PSA 8 copy and impossible to grade. I will be the first one to say it. I've graded probably 5 or 6 of these. I don't think I've ever gotten higher than an 8, if I recall. I've got it pulled up. I thought I did. There it is. Okay. So let's see if mine's in here. Yeah, there's mine, 132. This is one that actually did not do great. I'll be honest with you. And like I said, I'll share everything with you. Now, over the last year, is it a good result? Yeah, it sold for 132. The average is 132, so I'm right on the number. It just sold for $13 less than the last one, but exactly the same as the one before that. There have been some exceptional sales up here earlier. There's also been some that are significantly worse, under 100 bucks, it looks like, or 94, 95 bucks. Yeah, so average sale, I'm going to say, over the last year, okay sale, nothing special, nothing spectacular. What about this one? One of my favorite subset cards from a cheap product. 1996 Hoops. This is card number 176. It is a base card, theoretically, a subset base card, but it looks like an insert. I always think it looks like a Strawberry Yoo-Hoo commercial or something like that, with the beam of light coming out of Jordan's chest with a strawberry swirl in the background. We call it the big finish, right? That's what she said. That's what we call it. That's what she called it. The big finish. Here we go. Sorry. This channel is going the wrong direction. Quick. Let's see how I finished, right? I netted 100 on the big finish. If we look at the chart, there it is. There's mine. That's mine last night, 117. Like I said, I netted 100, which is more than the last one sold on eBay gross, right? Without eBay's 13.5% or whatever the number is. So 117, 96, 115, 130, 105, 127, way up here at 164 earlier last month. So pretty decent. I mean, not crazy, but better than the last eBay sale. About what I expected. No surprises there. Hobby standouts. I think this one actually did terrible. Mine sold for, and these are all in March and February, 110. Well, there's a couple of exceptional sales here, 160 and 185, but 109, 124, 154, 66. This one's all over the place. I'm not sure what the deal is on this. Mine did not do great. 110 is not great, but what was I expecting? 125, 135, 145, something like that. I don't know. And then the last one we'll look up is this 1993 Upper Deck SE behind the glass PSA 8. There is mine right there. The same card on eBay sold for $50 8 days ago. Mine sells for $98. That's literally almost double. Somebody buy it now on a fixed price of $115, $108, $80, $67, $85. I'm over $100. I'm right at $100. I'm okay with that. Let's look at the chart. It's crazy, right? This chart's wild. It's hit over $120 a couple times. The average is 96, and mine sold for 98. I'll take it. That's fine. It's better than the last comp on eBay, and so I'm okay with 98. So not as uproariously glorious results as the prior PWCC weekly sales videos that I've shared with you, but man, I am really excited about it because instantly I've got $5,517 sitting in my account to go out and buy the Michael Jordan cards and or the soccer cards. What's that? What'd you say? The what? Yes, soccer cards. I'm buying certain soccer cards recently, and I know that's going to drive viewership downward. I'm going to have fewer followers or subscribers or whatever you call it. YouTube's going to toss me in the toilet as far as their algorithm's concerned, but I've been spending a pretty aggressive amount of money on certain soccer cards recently, but I promise you, I am not going anywhere in the Jordan market. I am selling tons and tons and tons, and you're gonna see the video. 69 more. These are all Jordans out the door. Maybe they're not all Jordans, but a vast majority of Jordans of duplicates, lower graded cards, and even some of my base PSA 10s to push even harder into the hierarchy stuff that I want. What's the hierarchy? Well, check out the playlist on the channel. There's a big poster out there. You may have heard of it. It's pretty cool. It's a project that I put together that's sort of an ever-living, evolving project within the Michael Jordan card market. It's something you should probably look into if you're interested in Jordan cards or if you already collect Jordan cards. But yes, I'm kind of liquidating Jordan to buy more Jordan, if that makes sense. So in a way, I am consolidating, but I'm not like, I'm selling Jordans to buy more Jordans that I don't already have. And so I'm really just trying to amplify the number of unique Jordans that I have in my collection more so than anything else. So I don't know if you want to call that consolidation. Like I said, I don't have too many secrets in the hobby. I pretty much make it very evident what I buy and what I sell, and I share that stuff with almost everybody all the time. And it is what it is, but I'll just tell you, like, I'm selling the hell out of some of these Jordans to buy more Jordans. And so I'm selling for great prices, but then I'm overpaying premiums for the ones that I'm buying. So yes, you're right, it is a wash. It's not like I've pulled one over on the hobby. I'm paying a premium and I'm selling for a premium, so it's probably just a damn wash. But the good news is I'm picking up cards I don't own, and I'm selling cards that I have multiple copies of. And so for that reason, I get really excited when I see $5,517 sitting in my PWCC marketplace account. And by the way, I had some float in there. I had about 25 grand, 30 grand in there. And I was like, you know what? I don't need 30 grand in my PWCC account. I am going to, I'm buying cards on Golden. I'm buying a lot of cards on IG. I'm doing private sales. And by the way, stay tuned. I picked up a tier 1. I picked up my 13th tier 1 hierarchy Michael Jordan card that some of you may have noticed on in a roundabout way on Instagram, because the seller posted that I was the buyer. I will share pictures and details of that. It's being dropped off, hand delivered, no less. Great deal got done with Acquire, which is Jesse Craig, formerly with PWCC, and Brock, formerly with PWCC. They have an intermediary company, a card brokerage company called Acquire. It's like Acquire without the E on the end. And as always, seamless, easy deal. I did slightly overpay, as I am prone to do on tier 1 Michael Jordan cards, because I plan to hold them for Cajun Eternity, but stay tuned, you'll see. Anyway, I decided I didn't need 25 grand sitting in my PWCC Weekly Marketplace account, so I requested a wire. It cost me $50. You could have done an ACH for free, but every Wednesday, whatever you have in your PWCC Marketplace account as far as funds, if you don't want it to sit in there, just request a wire. They send you a wire, it hits my account on Wednesdays, and now I have the money in my bank checking account. I can go do whatever the hell I want with it. I can go buy a trampoline for my kids. I could go buy a new TV. I can go buy, a floatable pool dolphin to lay on in the warm weather months down here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I can do whatever I want with my money now. It's not just sitting in my PWCC Vault account. You can move money in and out of the account real easy, seamless, never an issue. I know a lot of people in crypto had issues getting their money out, and then some of these other websites and some of these other sales platforms where you'd put money in, but you couldn't get your money back out, or you could sell a bunch of stuff, but you couldn't actually get the money. You had to spend it in the account. Never the case with PWCC. If I want the money, I could have taken all the money out if I wanted to, but I always like to leave a little float in there because I am prone to buy things on PWCC, as you saw last night. In the same auction that I sold 5,517, I actually bought 5,000 about. I bought a pretty big finest Jordan refractor, low pop 18, PSA 10, beautiful Jordan refractor that I did not have. And so I got to go to my little hierarchy Excel spreadsheet. I got to highlight it in yellow, and that's one more tier 3 card that I got to pick up. And it's always a pleasure to highlight something new. And then highlighting a tier 1 card like the one that I picked up yesterday, I actually sent the wire for it this morning, was truly a pleasure. So that's it, guys. If you had any questions about how to buy or sell on PWCC, ask me. I hope y'all like these videos. Like I've always said, these are me-centric videos, but I think a lot of people like to see how other people navigate in and out of cards in the hobby, and then why. Because watching what other people are doing with their money, buying, selling, dumb stuff, smart stuff, wins, losses, profits, losses, all that stuff, I think you learn from watching all that stuff. So hopefully this is a little educational and a little bit entertaining, and you get to see some great Jordan cards along the way. And let me know if you were one of the people that bought one of the 10 or 12 cards that I shared on there. I'm sorry I can't do all 69. It's just too many freaking cards. You know, I'm looking through here. I don't even remember if it was all Jordan. It looks to be pretty much all Jordan, a lot of PSA 8 type stuff, which, you know, may have done well or not well. But again, you know, when you get to the cards that you're not looking to suck every drop out of it, you just move the cards, you know. So thank you guys as always for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. And peace.